As
You
a
sound like
warning that like, oh, you're trying to use this plugin? It was provided
sounds like
for
a
free.
movie when the actor is saying like sciencey kind of stuff, and
Bing,
you're like,
bing,
I don't
bing. Hey, we're live on YouTube.
know.
I fixed
Hey,
it. All right. Look at that, man. It's almost like I'm in technology. Oh,
hey, there it is. Yep, cool.
oh, I forgot to post it. Man, this whole like content creator business is confusing, man. QuadR is
Like
live.
work. I thought we were just gonna talk about wrestling.
I know. What happened here? In the fun. Boom. Post. I gotta go back here. And then you're on the X chat.
Yeah,
All right. So I'm on
Wrath for
YouTube
life.
chat. Roy's on the X chat. Welcome everyone. This is a super exciting week. This is like a I don't know if it's gonna like last, but this seems to be like a very, very epic week in wrestling. Like, like tides of change. Like it was like a
Huge. Yeah.
it was huge. I mean, again, what is it? What does it mean long term? I don't know. But I know that I feel like pretty excited about the sport. I feel like this is a like a really cool, awesome thing. So we're gonna recap RAF this week. Anything going on personally? Any news of note?
News of note: I had a nice 3 day weekend. I did some kind of workout all 3 days. So I'm happy about that.
Nice.
When work starts up, it's tough to get to the gym as often as I do in the summer.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
So that's good. I'm
Yeah.
slim. I weighed myself 175. It's
Wow.
been a while. That was before my workout too.
That's your fighting weight, huh? Pretty close.
Almost. Almost.
Getting down there, huh? Are you doing any tournaments or anything?
Nothing in the short term.
Yeah.
I'm gonna I'm gonna hopefully coach a little.
Nice.
That'll be in the spring. More details to come as I get them, but I'm pretty sure that's gonna
Get trained up for CGI 3.
happen.
You got to do as well as Chael did, man. Like
Right.
I got to figure like close anyway, like
Right,
for
right.
sure. Um
Mm. Yeah, that's not in our slide deck, but we can talk a
oh
little
yeah, a
CG
little bit.
a little bit.
All right, awesome, awesome, awesome. Yeah, we got a lot to talk about. Roy covered RAF from a streaming perspective. I was there live, so see both perspectives on that. Talk about what we thought of the matches, what we think this is going to mean for wrestling moving forward. Well, there's just yeah, there's a big buzz in the wrestling community, and it's yeah, it's a pretty exciting thing. It's fun. So I guess we should just like jump right in.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right, let me. Gotta work these transitions. All right.
Yeah.
So, QuadR Podcast 015. This is the RAF edition. Because they gave me all these cool graphics, when as a member of the media, they're sending me all kinds of like cool graphics and like
Yeah.
videos and like, so yeah, they rolled out the red carpet for the wrestling media. So that was,
Did you have an actual badge?
yeah. Oh, it's in the car, but yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So,
All right.
picked up your media credential at the press conference, and like, and then I learned a ton about what not to do as a member of the media and how to get interviews. And like, it's kind of funny, like first time ever for me. Right. And then like, there was like people there that were like legit pros. And then like
Mm-hmm.
at the end of the event and like you go to their like YouTube page and Twitter and they got like an hour of content, interviewed everybody. Like, when did that happen? Like, I was just, oh, but it was like, yeah. So I learned a ton. I got to upgrade the gear a little bit, and also just like, yeah, you got to be on point. You got to be moving. You got to be hustling. And then but it was yeah, super fun, super exciting. Yeah, press conference was cool. Got to ask a question at the press conference, and then after press conference, like the staff was just like, "Who do you want?" Of course, I'm like, I want Darren Caldwell. That's my
Of
guy.
course.
That's my guy. And so like I got an interview with him, but like it was loud, so I was yelling in the mic to compensate for the voice, but didn't need to do that. They were directional mics, so blew the mic
Right.
out and like Anyway, super super fun, super cool. Learned a ton
Yeah.
about what to do and not to do, and like met some pretty cool uh, folks on the back end of the business and things like that, and like in the media. So yeah, super super exciting, man. And they were rolled out the red carpet. You know,
Man,
all the Jack Slinks you could eat.
I'm jealous, man. When are they going to do one in
Yeah,
California?
dude. Yeah, we'll do the next one. I needed a camera guy though, so but since one of my kids is in film, I'm just dragging him next time. Like, you're coming, man. Because,
Get
but
some extra credit.
yeah, no doubt. All right, so yeah, let's get into it. I guess the first thing we're gonna do again, this is the QuadR podcast 015. I'm here with Roy Nyberg. He's at Roy underscore Nyberg on Twitter, or I'm at Ralph D Nyberg on Twitter. QuadR podcast, QuadR Wrestling Report, available on YouTube. Uh, the We're still in our beta phase, so we're still currently not sponsored, but we are promoters. And so we're
Right.
practicing reading a little copy and things like that. And
We
so
do this sponsor.
what's that?
We do the sponsoring.
Right. We sponsor, whether they like it or not.
Exactly.
That's how it is. All right. So this week, once again, QuadR Wrestling Report proudly celebrates real American freestyle. Last Saturday, RAF 01 was a home run, electrifying fans as champions were crowned in a heart-pounding freestyle wrestling action. Massive success ushers a new era of freestyle wrestling into America, bringing the thrilling sport to the masses like never before. Fans are buzzing with anticipation as more great wrestlers are set to vie for those coveted straps at RAF 02. Location time for RAF 02 will be announced this week, and the showdown will stream exclusively on Fox Nation. Stay tuned for more details. Kick back. Enjoy yourself a nice, real American beer, and enjoy the podcast. All right. That was the
Yes.
all right. That wasn't great, but we're getting there. Anyway. So yeah. You're gonna do copy for us next week?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. You're still
It's a surprise. I got I got an idea.
It better be
But
a
I can't.
surprise.
It's gonna be great.
Okay. I expect it to be extremely funny. I'm gonna oversell it. All
You
right.
can't oversell.
As always, we go with the quote of the week. I thought this was a interesting quote of the week. This is from Jake Varner, Olympic gold medalist, great American wrestler, wearing his Stars and Stripes singlet there because it is real American freestyle this week. But the grind never lies and always show who's real. And I thought I kind of picked this quote because of real American freestyle, because I thought it to me, the Evan Wick match, there was a clear differential between someone who was training for world teams and someone who was coaching kids in terms of the crispness and the level of fitness that we saw out there, and I mean, you see this like in MMA, right? Where like a guy like an older guy like just doesn't really train for the fight, and like he's a little pudgy and like he gets smoked, right? So there's definitely strength and technique, but yeah, I mean, there was a clear differentiator in the fitness level and about the lifestyle, and it makes total sense, right? If you're dabbling in jujitsu and running a wrestling club for kids, you're not going to be on the same sort of workout fitness schedule as like an Evan Wick, who is he won the Open, right? I mean, so
the counter to that would be Daniel Dennis, who I think was like an assistant high school wrestling coach, and then came back and beat Ramos for the world team.
Well, let's
with like
say
just a few months of training.
That I mean, Nolf almost won.
Nope, almost won. I
So,
did predict he would lose because
mhm.
jujitsu messes up your wrestling. I don't think he was out of shape. I think jujitsu just messes up your wrestling.
Mm,
Um,
yeah.
that's it.
The-
Because the whole takedown game is different, and so much of it is like training certain reactions. So to transition from wrestling to jujitsu, you have to untrain some of your reactions, and losing those split seconds at the highest level is just a problem. You know,
yeah.
so I don't think you'll ever see anybody be like the top at jujitsu and wrestling at the same time. Because they're just different things. Um, but back to the quote,
Hmm.
you know, you've been on a high school team, right? Where
Uh-huh.
there's somebody on the team and they're like, I don't know about this guy. Let's just get like a football player to replace him. You know, like the kid who's been grinding for 4 years and like, man, dude, you're not making it. We're just gonna get somebody from the hallway who looks tough and try,
Right.
see if they're better. So I
Yeah.
don't know about that.
Yeah, I guess right. I mean, I guess right. We have to say that there is a baseline here.
Right.
So the elite athlete who is training like an elite athlete, okay, is gonna and the guy well, the people who are out of shape. Or I mean generally like right. I mean there are a number of foreign athletes who, focus more on technique than,
Yeah.
fitness and things like that. So anyway, he's a great coach, great athlete.
Barner? Yeah.
Yeah. And it's hard to find good wrestling quotes.
Barner, I mean,
Stick to my shot.
he was an Olympic champ and
Mm-hmm.
then he lost to Snyder the year
Right.
Snyder won, right? So he was like right there to maybe be a two-time champ.
Mm-hmm.
He's definitely one of the all-time greats,
Yep, for
in
sure.
my opinion.
All right. Always warning you, you want to be a guest, you know how to get a hold of us, quadrarpodcast@gmail.com. Hit us up on X, Roy_Nyberg, Ralph D. Nyberg. I got to update the slide. So we've shifted to 8:30 Eastern, but really you have to be ready by 8 because we have a little pre-meeting going on. So
Sure.
you can't just roll out of bed and do like a podcast like this. I mean, this is high level production stuff. There's a lot of sound tests and lighting, and I mean, you guys got no idea what we go through to put this on. But you got a favorite team? You want to do a preview show of the Cornhuskers or
Mm.
Hawkeyes or Cyclones or Cardinal
Quakers.
or whatever it may be? We got room. We got room for sure. Obviously, after Worlds, we will be open a little bit. So,
Yeah.
all right. So let's talk some RAF. So you streamed it, right?
Yep.
And let's stream quality was good.
Oh, it was great. Yep. No issues. Uh, there's one time it skipped a little bit, but I think that was my internet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Uh,
So I like so the live. So originally they're like, all right, press journalists, like print journalists, whatever, writers are going to be
yeah.
here. And then photographers get the first 3 rows of this section, which was just like Matt's side. And then
Okay.
content guys, you're going to be in the back and, interviewing after no before match access, but after the matches, you're going to be like interviewing. You're going to get a chance to talk to the athletes in the mix zone. I was like, oh,
Okay.
so originally I was like, oh, that's a bummer. I'm like, I hope they have a monitor or something back there, standing in the back hall. But then like, I got there and like, they're like, yeah, we're not doing the mix zone. And we're just going to do one presser at the end. So just go sit in the second row behind the photographers.
Nice.
So that was perfect. That was ideal. They're like, and so that was, I had a great seat, obviously, at that
Yeah.
point.
Yeah.
So,
So were
um,
you sitting like, were you on the camera? I was looking for you, like, not all the time, but occasionally.
yeah,
I
I
like
don't know
paused
that
it and I was like, I don't see him.
we were in like 124. So we were directly center cut on the mat on not the side that had the long floor seats or the stage side. So like one of
Yeah.
those sides, not the sides that had the announcers either. So yeah, pretty sweet, for sure. All right, so I guess contest winners. I don't know if you guys are out there
Yeah,
right now.
let's
We gotta
announce
announce
that.
that. We had the Wrestle Madness bracketing, and McMatt87, which is the probably the year he was born. It's the year I graduated high school. But likely when he was born. But congratulations. I'm gonna send you guys an email tomorrow. And then against the spread, David E actually tied you, Roy, but I'm not getting you anything.
Sure.
So I'll send them an email.
Fair.
Like the merch line was like mega long, so I'm gonna give them an offer: hat or shirt, white or black, and see what they, and let them pick their size. So I'll get that email out tomorrow. Congratulations, guys! Thanks for participating. It was interesting. So I had AI just make spreads, and AI doesn't probably, it's not the best wrestler in the like wrestling mind in the world, but so one person, so I ended up without the Kenny Blades match, there was only 9. So there was people as low as 5 and people as high as 7, but nobody, got them all against the spread. So
Hmm,
the AI
that's
didn't
good.
do terrible, but uh, you know, probably it's like makes more sense to let AI rough it out and then have a human come by and be like, maybe I know a little bit more than you were able to find.
You'll think that, but then it'll be messed up.
Nope, I agree. 100%. So again, thanks again for participating.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fun. Hope to run a lot of contests, especially during the college season. Some interesting things, and kind of get some people thinking about things. And I'm actually gonna try to put something together for Worlds for sure, also. So
Yeah, yeah.
that's coming up. So first, general thoughts about RAF. So obviously the big rule change was the 3 periods. What did you think about that, Roy?
I loved it. So I was watching online, and the pace of the matches. So 2 minute periods in freestyle actually go really snappy because there's the push out rule, right? So pretty much just the match just kind of happens.
Mm-hmm.
And like if you watch like in college, it's 3-2-2, but if you watch those YouTube videos and look at like how long the video actually is, it's sometimes up above 15, like 20 minutes sometimes. And these matches, like they really just happened, and I liked that. I thought the pace was real good. I thought 3 periods also creates kind of like a nice little story because there's like this is your last chance to like come back in this match. So yeah, I loved it. It was the one thing that like when they did that, I was wondering like why did they even do that?
So
There's really no reason.
Willie talked about
But
it, and it was like Bischoff said it had to be that way for production.
okay,
He's like, I need 3 periods. It just work. This is gonna work with 3 periods, right? And so
yeah,
ultimately, it was like but for the way Willie said it,
that's not like a reason though.
just a
I mean,
production. Well, it is a reason, right? I mean,
or because somebody said they wanted it, but that's not like the reason. What is the reason they wanted
why?
it?
Yeah, and I don't know if it's like for commercials or whatever it means that they need that extra break. I don't know, right?
Yeah,
The logistics, but it came from the production side
yeah, yeah.
that like,
But I
hey,
think it also worked well with the announcers. Like it gave the announcers like a little bit of time to tell you like, okay, this is what just happened, and this is the situation, and this is what this wrestler needs to do, and this is what that wrestler needs to do, and then they'd wrestle again.
yeah, and
It just like kind of flowed real nice.
I'm all for giving them a minute. I mean, like take a nice
Yeah,
blow and like you can mic up the corners, right? You can like, I mean, there's a lot of different things that you could do to fill
yeah,
that time that people would be potentially interested in, right? And so, and yeah, I want to see guys going all out. Give them a chance to
yeah,
catch their breath and go again. I like tired wrestling is like I don't know. Some people
yeah.
like enjoy it, but like I don't like it at all.
Right.
I don't want to see a bunch of couple tired guys out there wrestling. I mean, like, let's go and
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
gas them up. Then pacing. So it's like, will we see blood time? So there was like a point where one guy was bleeding. I don't know if you caught
Oh yeah.
that on the because like I don't remember who it was. It might have been Wick. I can't remember, but like basically he like pointed to his mouth, looked at the ref, and the ref's like, nah.
Right.
The ref was like,
This is
no,
Bischoff,
we're
man.
freaking wrestling, bro. The more blood, the better. This is like you're a pro now. Like,
Right.
you're gonna
Yeah.
you're gonna bleed a little, buddy. Like I thought it was
Well, I
like,
did on the stream. So in the Hamity Dake match,
mm-hmm.
Hamity's contact lens popped out,
Oh yeah,
and it took him about 20 seconds to put it in, and Chael was like, they didn't stop the clock, like they're still wrestling, like Kyle could blast double him right now, and but Kyle didn't.
right.
But they didn't officially stop the match for him to put his contact back in.
That's kind of funny.
Yeah.
Like, I guess I didn't notice that. I mean, it just they acted like it was a timeout, so I didn't really
Right. The
look
ref,
at the
everyone was
clock.
walking around.
Right. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I totally didn't pick up on that it was still running. So, oh, um, the no
But the reason
challenges. Go ahead.
I wanted to bring that up because I thought the whole event was so well paced.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was just like super interested the whole time, and but there were no challenges, there were no blood times, there were no injury times. So it was almost like ideal. And I guess I was just like, sometimes that's the thing that, especially with college, like the challenges and the like, oh, we're gonna like talk about the challenge and not even look at the replay. You know, it was just so
Right.
well done that things like that didn't happen. You know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I thought that there was like one YOLO brick, I think, from the Egyptian elders. I think at the end
Oh,
when Wyatt teched him, and then uh, other than that, I mean, to be fair, like Punia wanted a couple bricks,
yeah.
and like he was maybe not wrong. I don't know. It's like, I mean, I only get when you're live, you only get one crack to watch it. I mean, I thought there were like there were a couple exchanges that as I was watching it, I'm like, that definitely would have been a brick if that coach only had like one brick, or like if this was the last wrestler, that's probably a brick,
Right.
like that was worth challenging. And so there must have been some discussion, I guess,
Yeah.
about, it's got to be pretty egregious, you know.
Yeah. Maybe it should like come out of your purse. Like it just cost you $500.
Yeah, right. So yeah, every incorrect challenge is like a 10% like cut out of your purse.
Yeah. So you got to think it's really changing the outcome of the match.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, right? It flowed great. I mean, and it was fairly long, and like there was
Yeah.
actually a number of people like in the press who were either, uh, like their primary sport was like boxing or MMA, or um, they were like a camera person, and like all of them were like amazed by the event. I mean, it's really hard for me, for us with like a wrestling lens, or like we're gonna enjoy it probably,
Right. Right.
regardless. But like all the people there who were not amateur wrestling people, like loved it live. I mean, the energy was like crazy live. It was just,
Yeah.
I mean, it was so great. I mean, they know how to put on a show, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, to me, that was one of the benefits of the 222 is even a match like the Tomasello versus Ramos match.
Right.
It was a little bit of like I think it was like a 4-3.
Mm-hmm.
Might have been like traditionally like a low scoring match, but in the 222 format, it was kind of like every period like mattered, and like the thing that needed to happen in that period happened, and it
Mm-hmm.
wasn't like it took 10 minutes for it to happen.
Yeah. Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, even the match, right? Like you would say, like traditionally, I mean, not boring, but yeah, low scoring, right? And
Right.
but still, I mean, it felt like, because you get like in a 3-minute period, you can have those extended sort of tie positions and things like that. I mean,
Yes.
you're getting the 3 resets instead of 2. You're getting like a nice big breather, so the guys are like ready to explode. I think it works on all levels. I mean, it's always like, should they experiment with something, and like that'd be cool if it trickled down to the Olympics. I mean, to amateur. I mean, I think you don't need to be married to 2.
Yeah, it's gonna be bigger than the Olympics, man. No one's even gonna go to the Olympics anymore.
I mean, you're probably like right in terms of like viewership. Like, or they don't have to get that far, I should say, to have a
Right.
bigger crowd and more viewers than the Olympics, right? I mean, like at least in the US, right? So,
Or well, anyway.
yeah.
Yeah. Like,
And they're working on international like TV contracts and all that stuff. I mean, I think they seem to be invested in a good way. So, um, live wish list. I mean, home run, awesome,
so
loved
this is
it.
like your wish list of you were there live.
I'm there live. This is
Right.
the things that I wish they that would have been part of the show that weren't part of the show, right?
Got
The light gray scoreboard with white numbers was completely unreadable. I'm old, man. And is that a 3? Is that a 2? I had no idea what the score was, man. Because the one scoreboard was like light gray with a white number on it. And like it was impossible to read that number. So either pick a different background or do a black uh black number on the gray scoreboard, you know, or something.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because so that
Not white
was
on white.
yeah. The lack of interpreter
Oh yeah.
seemed a little like I mean
They were so not ready for her to win that match when it was Blades. They
yeah,
did not
right,
even
exactly. It's like, well, what do we need an interpreter for? Like she's gonna get suplexed off the stage. Like what? This is a foregone thing. Yeah. So, and I mean, obviously, that was like blatantly obvious to the production team. I'm sure. Like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
oops, we were not properly prepared for this event. So, I have
The
no.
story of the guy that jumped out of the crowd needs to be told though. He seemed like was he like just a camera guy and he was like, I got this.
Oh,
'Cause
um,
somebody did jump in the end. And it looked so I was watching the stream and it looked like it was just a guy from like the crew.
he came from the
Just
pit,
decided.
like so, but
Yeah.
that's where the coaches are too.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
I mean, so felt like he was affiliated, but I mean, maybe not. Anybody
Watch
speaks?
on the stream.
Yeah.
On the
Anybody
stream, it
speaks
looked like he
Spanish?
was some
Yeah.
random dude.
He definitely was not the hired interpreter.
Yeah.
And like, so anyway, like I think like if they announce scores, you know, I don't know, like just a little bit more like PA, because there really wasn't any PA. There was just
Yeah.
the intro guy, which was fine. He did great. And then they did the post interviews, but it would have been like 2-point takedown, or you know what I mean? Like you get some
Yeah.
like something like that. I thought all the walkout music felt like it was like royalty free stuff that they grabbed off. It
It
just
probably was.
it just was not personalized, right? So the stage was short, but like I mean nothing beats like I mean to my other point, of like, the refs, being like, "Are you ready? Are you ready?" Like I mean nothing
Mhm.
beats like Matt Hughes coming out to like Country Boy and takes like 3 minutes, and then BJ Penn coming out to Crazy from some Hawaiian dude playing a ukulele, and then like Big John's in there. BJ, you ready? Matt, are you ready? Fight or whatever. But I'm saying, like
Yeah.
even in boxing, like we read the rules beforehand, blah blah. You know what I mean? Like there's that
Right.
walkout face off. I think in professional fighting, that come to the center, let the ref give the thing, and like guys go back, and that just builds back to like, all right, now, you know what I mean? Like I love that
Yeah,
about
yeah, yeah.
boxing. I love that about MMA, and like that whole blah blah blah. You know, Kyle Dean, you both know the rules. Protect yourself
Right,
at all
right.
times. Well, you know what I mean? Like it's just kind of like, hey, we're gonna do this. This is a fight. This
Yeah.
is dangerous. This is like, uh so I missed that. I mean, I thought that would have been cool. Um, uh, and yeah, and like a longer stage, or I mean, the walkouts are like cool, but I just saying like if they got to pick their music, and like if they got to do a little bit more with that, I think you might get a little more like character and that type of thing.
Although you do got to earn that.
Mm-hmm.
Like if no one knows who you are and you take 2 minutes to get to the stage, you're like, what the heck?
Yeah, right.
So
Yeah.
I would say that at least Austin Gomez has earned a longer walkout.
Oh yeah. Right. I would agree with you there. For sure. So that was my live, and again, I'm totally nitpicking here. I mean, it would be nice to know the score. Like the scoreboard thing's got to get fixed, so I could read it,
Yeah.
and the interpreter thing. But I think those are obvious. Like wish lists are more like, all right, get a PA going instead of just the announcer, um, doing some fun stuff and like getting the refs like mic'd up and being part of the hype train. You know.
Yeah, yeah. Well, the refs were wearing a body cam,
Yeah, I saw they were
and
wearing the chest cam or the body cams. I didn't see any of the footage or whatever. So did they?
right, they rarely used it in
Mhm.
the
Right.
live feed. Um, I can only think of like once they used it, and it was like almost like they used it just to say like, by the way, the ref's wearing a body cam. Like it wasn't like it wasn't like actually the right time for
Well,
it.
they had that jib on there. They had like, I mean, they had a great setup to get great shots.
Yeah,
So,
it was great.
so I don't know that they
Um,
really overly needed the body cam action, right? So,
yeah. Well, maybe they'll study the footage and for Raft 2, they'll be like, oh, these are the right times to like switch
mhm.
to body.
I feel like body cam. You often see body cam in fights on a replay and less live. You know,
Yeah.
they quick dump it back and the truck's looking at it and be like, oh, that's cool. Or like, oh, that was bad. like I feel like body cam footage, you probably don't strike gold all the time, right? So probably something there. All right. So you're on the stream side of things. Give me the stream wish list.
Yeah. Well, first of all, I thought the stream was great. It's just since I needed to make a wish list, the only things I came up with were the singlets. I love the logo. It was kind of interesting that it was like basically Gravers blue
Right.
every match, and I guess I was just wondering like what it would be like if they were able to make their own singlet. Because they're not really on teams exactly.
Right.
So that was an idea. Um, and then some of the like background story promos in the beginning, I think were like a little long. But yeah, I don't know. I just really liked the stream. I
Mm-hmm.
was before I watched it, I had this like feeling. Okay, so I was thinking I'm gonna like this for sure. I like wrestling. I'm gonna like this for sure. But I'm not like gonna tell someone who doesn't watch wrestling that they need to watch this.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I'm gonna watch one first,
Yeah.
but for two, I'm gonna tell people you gotta watch this
Yeah.
because it was really good. It was really good.
Yeah. That's awesome. I yeah. I mean, man, people picking
Oh
their
yeah, and then the last thing, sorry, just
yeah. Go ahead.
last thing. They had zero preview of Raft 2. Because I was like at the end, I was like, when's Raft 2? And
Yeah.
uh,
The- the-
but you know that they were probably wondering if this would go well. And so there's definitely going to be a Raft 2 now.
Yeah, for sure. And I think that like they were supposed to announce a date. I think the closest piece of information that we have is like Willie announced November.
November. Okay.
So um and I trying to think from a wrestling standpoint where that sort of what that collides with, but I mean, that's just that I mean that whole everything before January 1 or there's not this year we've got like the collegiate or the duels and then Cliff Keen or I don't know. But yeah. So right now it's November, no location, no official date, but looking forward to find out what that is. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
when they announced Mason Paris, I'm like, sweet, it's going to be in Michigan. But I feel like Mason's big enough to probably, not have to
Well,
have it.
why it's the champ, man? Why not do it in Oklahoma or wherever he wants to do it?
Oklahoma. Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully driving distance. But
Yeah, yeah.
but for me, I mean, Philadelphia is driving distance for me, so. I mean, unless it's out by you, it's pretty much driving distance for me, for sure. All right, awesome. So this was I was thinking about this. I had a long drive home from Cleveland. I had a long talk with AI about RAF and like future of RAF and various things like that. And we kind of went down the rabbit hole of talking about like card construction and things like that, and like how do you do this. So this is sort of just like a rough outline. I thought the duel, the 10 wrestler 10 match is a good thing, right?
Yeah.
It's a I thought, if you could identify a weight class that has like 4 contenders, so and then like, so maybe like lead it off with like people you think are gonna be excited. Go with like the prelim type model, because it was like
Yeah.
one of the press people that I was with, she's primarily covers boxing.
Yeah.
And she's like, is this like boxing where no one's gonna show up for 3 hours? Because like, and I'm like, no, this is hitting the ground running, man. This is like, this is the real deal right away, right? It's not like a little 3-round eliminator, these two kids or whatever.
Yeah.
So
That's why we gotta like do our own unsanctioned pre-show.
exactly. But yeah, like, maybe people who aren't necessarily not eliminators, but find a good matchup for men's contender, like people you want to bring in. Go to an eliminator. We got like a 4-man eliminator. Next lead up to like a women's contender match, Then you do your other eliminator in that weight class. Then you do like a face-off, build up some drama, that kind of thing. And then I felt like, the crowd really went wild for like Lance Palmer and NATO and stuff like that. I think it is like it's a cool thing, to bring in like a local, hero, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, most places you could probably, you can find one or multiple, right? And so,
Yeah.
yeah. Lance, he wasn't out there long,
No.
but it was still good to see him wrestle. He cuts good promos. He's been in the pro fight game for so long. He did a great job, I thought, in terms of, he was overmatched, but that should not have been a surprise to anyone that Austin Gomez could handle a 38-year-old guy without a lot of issues. But it was still fun, and they still went wild for him, and that was great.
And Austin was repping Mexico, right?
Yeah.
He was, because that's like an interesting angle to me, even though he's not really from Mexico, but
Right.
but he's repping Mexico for this, as to build some like interest in the international stars. Like they should have had Bajrang like beat some local guy like
Right.
11-0,
Yeah.
just to like, oh man, we need to find a good guy to beat the guy from India.
Yeah.
Sign him for like a 2-fight. Like, don't worry, the first match is gonna be like,
yeah, we got you.
Easy tack, and then you'll have a real match.
Mm-hmm. And then like the 6 match, you do a weight Y, weight Z. So some weight classes, you got to kind of like get ready for some title bouts. Maybe only got 2 guys, you want to like match up. But you can do a face-offs with the champs. Then you go to your stunt match, your Tito trail.
Yeah.
People can take a break, before the 2 championship bouts come up. So if you want to,
how did the interview land when you were there? Because on TV, like or I'm streaming, it was kind of funny because it was going a little long, and Chael was like, "Hey, can you like wrap this up?" Like, we all know where this is going. Like, yeah, I accept,
yeah, actually, like, man, so I'm old school, like UFC, right? So, Team Punishment and Tito, and like I've been watching Tito like talk nonsense for a long, long time, right? So like, I kind of liked it, like that is kind of his shtick, to get up there and like, muff it up a little bit. So like I a lot of people said that that went way long, and that's I got a lot from the TV, like the
Yeah,
streaming
on TV,
folks,
that's how it
you
felt.
know. But
Yeah,
like live, it didn't. I don't know. For me anyway, I always knew where it was going,
yeah, yeah.
and like Tito kind of flubbing his way through the bit is not like a new thing, right? I mean, like
Yeah,
that's kind of his shtick almost, you know. So
yeah.
like, I didn't feel bad about it, um, in terms of like with like the timing on that live, but everybody else said it was way too drawn out, like who was like watching it. So I guess there's like more to look at
Yeah.
because like especially if you're like a like I don't know, like you've been around, like all these people, right? So I didn't have to watch Cheeto and KO because like there was the Mark the Hammer Coleman's yucking it up with some guy, you know what I mean? Like I
Yeah,
can go like look at other things that are interesting, at the live
when
show,
you're live.
right? I mean, so I'm looking at the Hammer, I'm looking at like all these different things that like were cool, and like it was like easy to like not pay attention to like Tito, but on the stream that's all they're giving you, right? So that's probably the difference. So yeah.
Well, there's also Chael and Bubba Jenkins
Hmm.
were awesome on the mic, by the way.
Yeah.
So that might have been part of why it felt so long, because that was like the 3 minutes they weren't talking.
Hmm.
And then it was like very noticeable that like this guy's not he's not a professional speaker.
Yeah. No, Bob was great at the press conference, and like I'm really
Yeah.
glad that like he did well. And like I mean, there's always going to be mixed reviews with any commentator that's out there. So I mean, the fact that there was mixed reviews for Bubba is like, I get that.
I thought he's great.
There's a lot of people who, don't like jail stick, you know. So it's
Yeah.
I don't understand it, but they're out there. And then like hit a couple championships. I think you gotta like I mean, the belts are important, right? If you
Yeah.
go with a model like this, you're going to see like 4 belts seen, right? So 2 championship fights and then 2 championship face-offs. And like, but I think that like that has to be, I mean, that played so well, and it's such a critical thing about prize fighting or prize wrestling or whatever we want to call it, that like, you got that belt, and like,
Yeah.
so
The main event's got to be for a belt.
got to be for a title.
Yeah. They should have like 5 to 2 minute periods or something.
Right. Is there any like just trying to think, like, right? I mean, like
That
UFC.
wouldn't be crazy.
Yeah, UFC goes to 5, right? I'm thinking that, or 5.
Yep.
Yeah. Like, what could you do in wrestling for the title? And yeah, you could do 5-2s, right?
Yeah. I mean, you run the risk of getting like tired wrestling
Mm-hmm.
and deciding, who's gonna win. But that might be actually decently cool. Decently cool.
Yeah. I think, yeah, something you could experiment with.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I gotta ask for the live, because we didn't talk about this. So when Holly Holm was announced,
Mm-hmm.
what was like so on the stream, it seemed like everyone went like kind of nuts.
Yeah. Oh, everyone went crazy, and like,
Okay.
which was awesome, because they didn't even like, it was a little strange to me because they didn't really like. I mean, Bischoff came out and he's like, we used to like to have some surprises and mix it up, at
Yeah.
NWO, and like, I think we're gonna do that again. And Holly came out in a singlet, but they didn't even really like announce that it was Holly in the arena. But like,
Okay.
still everybody knew, I mean, I'm like, I'm sitting there, because it's like, when like you see something you're not expecting to see, you're trying to like, the pattern's not there, and you're like, I'm going, that looks like Holly Holm. And then like she's going all crazy and fidgeting and pacing back and forth, and I'm like, that is that is Holly. Like, I was like, holy cow, and then
Yeah.
but so it
And it
wasn't.
was like that classic match too. Like she scored 4 right off the bat, and then you remember, I don't know if you saw this in high school, but somebody who gets kind of like some points in the beginning, and you're like, okay, you just gotta like don't mess it up, and they're like, oh no, you
Right.
don't know how to wrestle.
Yeah. Right. So, uh, yeah, she was always going to be susceptible to like, you know, headlocks and
Yeah,
like, I mean, I, she was in like great shape.
yeah, she looked in great shape.
I mean, not even like looked in great shape. I mean, she like didn't ever look like she got tired.
Yeah,
I mean, she wrestled hard the whole time. And like, I mean, that's kind of her thing, but like I was like super impressed with the level of fitness. I mean, she's 43, right? And
hmm
she's kind of doing like misfits or like celebrity boxing or something now. I mean, so you wouldn't have to be like in like UFC fitness, you know what I mean? Like
yeah,
to
right.
knock out some celebrity boxing. I bet she can go like 12 rounds, 12 3-minute rounds in, celebrity boxing anytime without training. I mean,
Yeah,
the amount of muscle memory she's got. But yeah, that was fun. I mean, when she put her on her back, like
yeah,
people just lost it, man. It was like I was like, oh, it's like awesome. And then you're like, man, yeah, she is lucky it wasn't Kennedy, because she was gonna go airborne. So, but yeah, no, it was a big moment. It was super exciting, and like,
I, yeah. That one and the other one, I was curious about how it went live was the nickel match, because Cardenas like was trying to gut him for the win at the end and ended up.
but he was winning because it's last point score. So that's the weird thing. So he didn't need the gut. It was 4-4, and like
Wait,
he just
really?
didn't.
The way
Yeah,
I remember it
yeah,
is he needed that gut.
he didn't.
He
He
didn't.
got one
Oh, it was even
turn.
worse.
It was 4-4, and
Okay.
then with last score criteria, he could have just sat and like did the little sleeping baby, stood up and like
Yeah.
seen it. But um, you know, he was in the moment.
Yeah, yeah.
He's
I
like,
got this. I got this.
and he's got a great gut. I mean, uh, I, I didn't. I'm not sure about this new Bo Nickel. Like, I'm
Okay.
still processing him. He shows up at the press conference looking like a first day of school third grader pick. Who hit a growth spurt. He's got these floods on that are like 6 inches too short. He's got this
Yeah,
belt on and this shirt and these glasses, and I'm like,
right.
I'm expecting this like boisterous, like like crap talking, blah blah blah, and like I couldn't process it. I still can't. Like it was just really strange. I
Right.
just didn't know who I was looking at, and
Yeah, yeah.
it was not a great match. I mean, in terms of matches to watch,
Right.
I mean, it was pretty low scoring, and I mean, I will say that like Bo tried hard. I mean,
Yeah.
Bo really wanted to elevate him, and like when Cardenas was in trouble, he just dove to the ground. I mean, not a dumb thing to do, right? I mean, he was conceding
Yeah.
because he didn't want to go airborne, and like that makes sense. It wasn't like a dumb strategy, but like so Bo. I mean, Bo got in deep a few times and like was close to like taking him for a ride. So I mean, it wasn't like that he wrestled like bad, but there was just a lot of like ear to ear sort of like I don't know. It was not
Yeah,
the
yeah. Yeah.
most fun match to watch, and I don't think that's on Bo at all, right? I mean, like it's that's on both of them if or none of them, whatever. But uh, yeah,
Well, Bo didn't do any heel stuff. Like
I know, which is so
I
disappointing.
wanted to like, yeah, exactly. And even in the post match interview, I was like, say something that makes me like mad,
Right?
and he didn't.
Yeah, he's starting to become a sympathetic figure to me.
I know.
I'm not sure I like that. I don't know. Like
Right.
I'm just adjusting, I guess. That like this is
Right.
the
He's
new
got to be
Bo.
Hollywood Hogan a little longer.
Mm-hmm. Right. But um So yeah, it was a whole new Bo Nickel for sure. All right, this is you, all you.
Alrighty. Well, one, I'm just curious how often you're going to have to defend the belt, because one of the issues with international wrestling is some guy wins a gold medal and then doesn't wrestle for 2 years.
Right.
Like, it's kind of like hard as a fan to like the sport when like the best guys don't wrestle. Um, so I hope they get these guys out there like decently often, a few times a year at least. Um, and I think I solved your conspiracy theory. Why does Flo hate Raph?
Okay.
Because I went on Instagram like right after Raph, but because of like my ex and my Instagram are very different. So Instagram was full of Flow grappling, hyping up CGI,
Right.
and I was like, that's it. They had to deal with Flow grappling. Flow wrestling just had to sit this one out, which is sad.
You
Which
think
is
so?
sad.
You think
I
it's
think
because of
that's what happened.
CGI?
CGI.
CGI. Yeah.
CGI.
Sorry, CGI.
I think so.
I'm not buying it.
Well, I was thinking about this. If you go back in time 20, maybe 25 years, if you tried to put on an event like this, freestyle wrestling,
Right.
first of all, 2/3 of the wrestling community, you would have had to explain the rules of freestyle wrestling.
Right.
There is no way they could have ever pulled an event like this. And a lot of the reason freestyle has become more popular is definitely due to Flow.
For sure.
They And now I got to admit, when they first started like covering freestyle, I was like, "What are you guys doing? Nobody cares about freestyle." I even when I'm wrestling freestyle, I'm just doing this because like it's the only thing I can do. But but they stuck with it, and like I care about it now, and it's just an amazing thing that 20 years ago, even in the wrestling community, this would have made zero sense to put on
Right.
an event like that.
And they did right. I agree. They built the foundation, and they rode
Yeah,
they rode an epic era in men's freestyle for the USA.
yeah,
Burroughs, Taylor, Dake, Schneider. I mean, epic, right? And
yeah,
so,
yeah.
in a lot of ways, they built the foundation. They built like a fan base, and then
Mm-hmm.
but they were never the vehicle to take it mainstream because their service is just niche. I mean, who's going to pay $30 a month to casually watch wrestling? Got to be embedded into one of the other streaming services, right? And so I think that's the thing, is that they couldn't wrap their head around that. That like they wanted a piece of this, right? But they were never the right vehicle
Mm.
to make this happen. That's my theory. I don't think the grappling piece
That's
is the piece.
You don't think CGI? You know, it's kind of funny. Not, I don't want to talk too much about CGI, but I didn't even watch it. I intended to like watch the replay after I watched Rap, and based on the posts I saw on Instagram, it was like, oh, this guy thought he tapped, but he didn't,
Right.
and then this team was supposed to win, but the judges didn't even know the rules, and it was just like a mess.
Bunch of jiu-jitsu whiners.
I mean,
I'm
probably the
shocked,
biggest.
man.
I know. The best clips were like just Craig Jones calling out Gable Steveson in the opening thing, and then Craig Jones putting Chael to sleep twice.
Yeah.
Um,
Happy time.
yeah, yeah.
Oh. All right. What time you gotta get out of here? How much time you got? Half hour?
Yeah, I got half hour.
Yeah, we got time for high low.
Okay.
I'm telling you. I believe we do. 141. All right.
Hold on. You've been criticizing me for not even writing these down, so I'm gonna
Right.
get ready.
Well, I made a fancy look at this guy. Um, I got this fancy little doc going, man.
Okay.
So I got the weekly wages. Look at all this, like all formatted and pretty. Then I got the high low going. I'm telling you, man. I've been working. I
Okay.
promise.
Who's going first this week?
It's a choice thing. You're green because you keep drinking out of this like green cup that makes your face disappear because of the green screen every time you do
Good.
it.
I'll be green.
All right. Oh, you get to pick first.
All right.
So you can do any category. Highest seed to not AA, lowest seed to AA. You can, yeah, those are your two.
Ooh. This one is like tough, man, because like I'm looking at the top 8. Yeah. But I think going up a weight class and based on history, I'm gonna say Braden Davis at number 8 does not AA.
Braden Davis. All right. Um, just to rub you wrong, I'm gonna say CJ Composto does not
Oh,
AA.
I would have said that last year, and then he rocked, man.
All right.
Penn got a new coach, Valenti, who was a 2-time national champion at this weight.
Yeah.
All right.
All
Well,
right.
we'll see.
Now I'll go. So I get the lowest seed to AA.
Yep.
I know where you're going already, unless I take it. Jeez.
This weight is tough.
You know what? Give me Lemley, man. He's gonna break out. I know that's not a really bold pick there at 9, but I'll take Lemley as the lowest seed to AA, which that means I just basically predicted that every single guy is gonna AA in the top 8.
Well, yeah. I mean, when I picked the 8 to not AA, so that's
Right.
basically.
Right.
Ooh, this is tough because my heart wants to go with Stanford,
Mm.
but I think Nasir Bailey's gonna AA.
Yeah, right. Well, he's an Illinois kid, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like Bailey's Cornella might have been like my second. Valencia's not a bad. Oh, I don't know why you didn't go there, man. He's got.
I thought about it. And I think that Stanford is gonna surprise a lot of people this year. If, anyway, I will not be sad if he AA. But I will think back to this moment and be like, man, I should have picked it.
Right. Oh, we gotta say who's your favorite to watch at the weight?
Favorite to watch? I'll also go with Nasir Bailey.
I'm gonna go Brock Hardy. So he gives me a heart attack. Where he just like hangs on people and like, oh, come on, dude.
Yeah.
He's giving it up. And he doesn't usually give it up. So that's a true thing.
Well, actually, now let me look. I'm gonna stay with Nasir Bailey, but this weight class is just so interesting now that Stanich is there.
Oh,
Currently ranked number 3.
yeah.
But
Who's your winner?
yeah, I'm gonna go with Stanich.
All right. I'll take Mendez. I'm gonna go out on a limb. Take the 2-time champ Mendez. I feel like that's the look. All right. I queued up the full screen, which is where it's at now, but like forgot to transition it onto the actual production. So it's hard being a podcaster. All right.
Yeah. If you're a guest on the show and you produce the show, you get an extra 5.
Extra bonus, right? Probably get you some raft gear for your efforts. All right, now we're back. Oh, upcoming dates. So we got Worlds. I've been talking to my friend AI. Sim 1 is complete for Worlds. Give you guys a preview. This is pretty pretty early. not all the data in the world, but final team rankings, the simulator. I ran 10 simulators at each weight using multiple ranking sources, head to head, recent, uh, you know, recent
Uh-huh.
accomplishments. I ran UWW, USA, Georgia, and Japan. So Kyle's gonna be happy that if that comes to fruition. Uh, but only 5 medalists. Gold for Spencer, bronze for Woods, Carr, Valencia, and Kyle Schneider.
Mm.
I feel like I did a simulation with this was Grok. I did run one through Amazon AI, but it it picked like the US to win like everything.
You got to
I
publish that, man.
mean, that's
Amazon's trying
weird.
to.
That was kind of strange. It's like use head to head, and it's like, yeah, Kyle Snyder's gonna get the gold.
It, it's only using like USA Wrestling Reddit as its like
Right.
information.
Yeah, something like that. Um. So did anyway, so that's out there. I'm gonna do some more sim work. Did you have a wager?
Ooh, is there even any wrestling in the next 2 weeks?
It's Worlds. So,
Yeah, but that's still. Oh, that is in 2 weeks.
so you have won the last
Okay.
couple.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so your sim says 5 medals for USA, right?
Yep.
All right. So let's do. You wanted to change it to 5.5 over under?
Um. Yeah, that'll work.
Okay.
Um. Man, 5.5. The sim did not give Wyatt a medal,
Hmm.
so I actually kind of think it might be right, but I didn't say that. I didn't say that. He's the real American hero. Man, 5.5. I'm gonna take the under.
All right.
Too many young
I got the
guys.
over.
All right, that works. I will add that in.
But I got to know if I had said it at 4.5, would you have still taken the under?
No, I've taken the over.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
they're gonna get 4, or they're gonna get 5, maybe. But 6 is a big number.
6 is a big number.
They got 5 last year.
Yeah.
Obviously, a little tougher field, but all right. Best of social. Let's bounce around here. So this is the. Well, I don't know what it is. That's why I guess put it up there. Like, how did they go with this picture?
Oh, the Wyatt picture?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I'm just asking, man. What is this? Like,
I thought there were some, I don't know, maybe they're trying to make him like the bad boy. Some questionable
A, it looks like it's
promotional
been like
pictures for the whole
heavily
thing.
like modified, but
Yeah, yeah.
B, like, what is that? What we want? I I I'll leave it
I
there.
think
I
they're,
have a hard time explaining this photograph. I'll just say that. I don't.
yeah.
Or why did you choose that one? Like he looked massive though. He is putting
Yeah.
on weight for sure. I don't even know. Can I do 2 nomad ones? That seems bad.
So Nomad was a famous hater, right?
Right.
He kept posting
Mm-hmm.
about the
Right. They should live this money to
ticket
like
sales and
kids. Right. He was bagging on ticket sales. This
this is
was
this is a waste of money. Was he the guy that was like, this
yeah.
is like we
Uh
should put
huh.
this money into
Give
like
it to high
new uniforms
schoolers.
for
Yeah,
Iowa?
that's him. So remember that
Yeah.
Raph's success will solely be determined by adding new fans and retaining those fans, which I don't. I totally kind of disagree with. Like
Right.
in this modern era, it's like how well you monetize your fans, how much it's a huge deal, and like whether you can like get on a huge sign a big contract with a huge streaming service, right? I mean, like UFC went from selling for 1.5 billion over 7 years to 7.7. I mean, there's just such a content war out there that I feel like this is the time to be in the space,
Yeah.
and going for it. And then more, I don't know, should we do two? Oh, and he didn't
Well,
like the Holly Holmes stunt.
yeah, I didn't
Bad
know.
for
I mean,
gambling and fantasy. I don't know. Like this is like new. I think that it will, like, you look at early UFC and like all kinds of like crazy stuff and fish hooking and like,
yeah,
jacking dudes in the balls and all this stuff, was everything was like legal, right? And like, but then it became more of a sport. So, I mean, early on, this type of thing I think should be forgiven. Or like there,
yeah.
there's an entertainment value. They're bringing in fans. They're trying to do exciting things. So it's I get that, you know, part of it. So
And I don't agree at all with like focusing on gambling as like a priority. You
right,
know, if you want to do it, you go ahead and do it. But structuring your league around it doesn't. I don't even know where that's coming from.
right,
Everyone who bet on Kennedy Blades got their money back, and
right. Yeah, I agree.
yeah,
Um, NCAA, man, all these things. Oh, so I just want to talk about that because like Kenny Blades and like he couldn't she couldn't compete because of an NCAA thing. But it's
they said that.
they said it's like basically there's like a non-compete period or whatever. Like it was like November 1st to like when the semester starts or something. Like whatever the arbitrary rule or whatever it is. But that's like it's not a permanent ban. But I actually, Willie was kind of saying, well, I don't really think we should go after these college people anyway. And I actually kind of agree with Willie that like, I mean, let them wrestle, let them get their NIL, let them, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah, yeah,
we got enough wrestlers out there that we don't like need to like be poaching college kids and stuff like that. I mean,
yeah, yeah.
so it did sound a little bit that Willie was like not overly interested in like pursuing the college guys. So I mean, and I support that. I guess
Yeah.
we got people that lots of good wrestlers out there. Um, so it's sort of funny. So these next few, I guess, where it's just sort of the reaction to Claw was such a big thing, right? Okay, so
Hmm.
we'll start let's start here. Um so Piles, I just thought this was like this seems like sort of like rude to me, right? Or like unprofessional, or you're a content director, right?
Yeah, yeah.
You're building your brand off of something that somebody else, and not even really a competitor. I mean, how you describe them as a competitor, right? It's like you're building your brand, personal brand, off of an event that someone has paid a whole lot of money to put on, right? And I don't expect them to say, getting ready to chill out with some At Real American beer and watch At Real American
Sure.
Freestyle RAF 1 live on at Fox Nation. I mean, I don't need that, but it doesn't even like mention the event or anything.
Right.
I mean, what is that? I mean, we've already talked a little bit like about how Flo wasn't reading RAF questions, right, during
Right.
the question section of FRL. Like we documented it, we ran experiments. It just wasn't happening, and in a lot of ways, it's just so funny, right? Because it was such a big hit, so much of a success that it went from this. I'm not even gonna name it. I'm not even gonna say when it is. I'm not even gonna say what it is. But I'm gonna like talk about it without talking about it, right?
Sure.
Went from that to on Monday, he's doing like a 13-minute talking head video
Yes.
about RAF, right? And
Yep.
there's all
Yep.
these articles popping up on the site. And it's Chael and RAF is the highlight of FRL today. And it's just so
Yeah.
amusing to me how, well, this was like, I just thought this was not cool. Shouldn't, this was like kind of childish, immature the way he did that post. But I mean, how much it changed and how much it changed so quickly, right? It's like, oh, I mean, they didn't even send anybody.
They didn't send anybody.
Oh, maybe I didn't. There was
I mean, you
not
were
any,
there, right? That's
not
cool.
anybody big in the like that I saw in the press room or anything. I mean, I saw one guy who had a Flow Wrestling sticker on his laptop, but
Was it the old green logo or the new one?
I can't remember. but I mean, they really weren't there. They weren't a presence. They weren't, and I mean, they're wrestling content, right?
Sure.
So I mean, they don't own streaming to Big Ten, but they cover Big Ten like crazy, right? So like, but that was just interesting, and like that's kind of like the whole. It just shows you the impact of like RAF. It went from like this, like
Right.
we're barely acknowledging this thing exists. We'll do like this deadpan 3-minute section on FRL about RAF the last FRL, and then like now it's the main topic. They're doing. I don't know what he said. I don't watch those things, but he said something. I'm sure it's positive. And like claw wrestling, like they're like, we're not going to trash RAF like they did to us. And like it doesn't. I mean, I will say that like they're not wrong in terms of like. I mean, Willie said some things that even when I was listening to the podcast, that's kind of rude. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't like, it just wasn't like friendly, but like, but anyway, like they're going to use RAF's success to like, I mean, they're using RAF in this just because like RAF's so popular, right? That's like everybody's searching it, everybody's living it, and then it's just funny, but it just shows like that, that massive like impact, and then the Drew Block thing, I'm not going to talk about. There was another podcast, the other Quad podcast talked a little bit about that today, and just sort of like, I'm going to leave that one alone. The only other one on my list is Melvin Miller. And
there's only one Quad podcast. Just to be clear.
Right. There's some other like Quad something. There's only one QuadR for sure. But like it's just I don't understand why we would continue to like do these like Final Four or Final Six schools and like final like I mean I feel like Bo Bassett just ruined that.
Right.
Everyone's like, well, he's just gonna leave anyway. And I'm not speaking specifically. That's not a bash on Melvin Miller. I mean, it's just like it's just that all the sites do it all the time for all like the top 10 guys. Oh, it's down to 6. It's down to 5, and it's like I just have lost any. I don't know that I even ever had any interest in pursuing this stuff at all. Right? It's like not what very interesting to me. And I'm all about programs. Like I think programs need to focus on fundraising for programs and endowments and like, and the athletes they have, and not chase all this stuff. But he's a phenomenal wrestler.
Right.
That much is definitely true. I just don't know that like All right.
Yeah, I wonder.
Go ahead.
Like, I just wonder how much of it is like the high school athletes putting this out, or if just people are just like hounding them for something, Anyway, it just I agree with you. It's a silly thing to even like talk about.
I mean, these guys they're media savvy. Like they're, I mean,
you don't know that.
Yeah, I guess. But I mean, I don't know. I'm just tired of like that type of content.
Right.
We got world championships coming up. We got this young new team. Nobody's, people don't really know them. Like let's do something with that, But you got anything social?
No, sorry. I got Stanford scheduled, but I'll leave that for a future episode. The Pennsylvania Regional Training Center still hasn't like they put out all these posts about something big is dropping, and then
that was the coach, wasn't it? Or that you don't believe
that
was the coach? Oh, another one?
That was the Penn wrestling program, but then the Regional Training Center, which is what Slay left to do his G1 Academy.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So they obviously have some gaps, and Burroughs has been there for a long time, but I think he's not training there right now.
Right, but they've had a lot of guys in, it looked like. I mean, like Carr was up there with Burroughs. Yeah. Like they've been doing a lot, and like
right, they've been posting these pics of like big time people training there, and then saying like we got announcements. So, but no announcements yet.
Well, I'm excited. I mean, like great wrestling town,
Yeah,
and it's
makes nothing but sense that that would be a hot spot
but
for an RTC.
no doubt. All right. Well, I guess that's it, man. Look, I got you in time. You can
Yeah,
give up your computer. So,
we're professionals.
yeah. Same time next week. Next week's gonna be all well, it depends what Raf announces, but like it's gonna be a lot of worlds.
World
I'm
preview.
gonna I'm gonna keep running AI models and simulations and tell you what the computers think. Try to find some better data sets and things like that. So I'll try to have a
Well,
report.
we gotta compare the different AIs and see who had the best prediction.
Yeah. So
Amazon's all for Team USA.
Amazon, that data cannot go public, man. That was just that I have to protect my stock.
Okay.
that cannot go public. But the no, yeah, that'll be fun. I think that I don't know. Should we type up the same prompt? That's the thing to consider. You throw it through GPT,
Ooh.
I throw it through Grok, and like I can show you what I've
Yeah,
been
let's
using.
do that. Let's do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
That sounds cool. So yeah, we'll just pitch that back and forth, put it in a doc. I think I might already have a doc in our shared folder. So, all right.
On it.
That's it. Have a great week, Roy. Looking
too.
forward to talking next
Raf.
week. Big announcement from Raf coming up this week on location and for the next event. So we'll cover that a little bit next week also. Otherwise, have a great weekend, everybody. Like, subscribe. Thanks for tuning in.
Don't forget,
dude,
toe the line in everything you do.
Toe the line and everything you do. I fumbled that so bad at the press conference. I'm like, Ralph Nyberg, QuadR Wrestling Report, toe the line in everything you do. Izzy's looking at me like, when are you going to ask the freaking question, bro? Oh, I learned a lot. Made my mistakes, but that was yeah, it was a great weekend, man. Super fun.
Yeah.
So thanks, everybody. We'll see you next time.